How many times have you seen a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old child sitting with someone's iPhone and were amazed at what these kids could do with these devices? That they knew where their favorite video games were at, or maybe a video that their mom or dad had saved for them on the phone. Witnessing this scenario firsthand with my own children makes me a strong believer in the fact that educational merits of video games. Now, to be clear, I'm not talking about video games like Call of Duty or Madden or NHL or anything like that. I'm talking about video games specifically designed for children and for educational purposes. Some examples of these games would be abcmouse.com. They have an array of video games for preschoolers all the way up to kindergarten. Another one would be BrainAge and nickjr.com. All of these sites and games promote various different learning methods for children and toddlers in a video game setting, which can make learning fun and easy and enjoyable for everybody that's involved. Now, a lot of people think I'm crazy for letting my 3-year-old have a tablet because he has his own tablet and he has an iPod Touch. A lot of people think I'm crazy for letting a 3-year-old have these types of devices, but I will debate it with anyone any day of the week, and I will stand by my decision to let my children use these devices, and for a couple of reasons. One of them is that most schools are now getting away from using the traditional textbooks. They're all going into the tablets. My 15-year-old son is going into the 10th grade next year, and he's going to be using iPads for all of his schoolwork. So why not introduce your toddler to these devices now? This way they can become familiar with them, and they'll have a leg up on the other kids. Also, it's not a babysitter. A lot of people like to think that it's a babysitter, but it's not a babysitter. The time should be limited, and it should be supervised. Parental blocks and all kinds of passcodes can be put in place so children don't accidentally go to different websites they shouldn't be going to. Another thing that it can do is it can enhance quality time spent with your children. You can watch them learn, you can help them with the games, you can answer questions with them. It encourages them to expand their mind and want to go outside and explore the things that they learned with these little games. I know, taking my son to the pediatrician, he was going in for his 3-year-old checkup, and the pediatrician was asking things that we were doing to help him with his education, and he was counting well beyond 10. I guess he's only supposed to be counting to the number 10 at this point, but he was well past 20. He learned how to tell time. He has a little trouble with the AM and the PM, but he does know when the sun comes up at 8 o'clock, you do this at this time, you do that at that time. So he was setting a clock, and we even asked him what time it was on an analog clock, and he knew exactly what the time was. I chalk all these things up to us spending time with him playing these various different educational games. I know that parents think their children are geniuses and far advanced than any other children of the same age, but a lot of the times it's not true. But I do know for a fact that this will further advance children in their age on these devices and their learning capabilities.